Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a really fun video that I've seen around BookTube of people doing books that they thought they'd hate but loved, and I'm going to link down some videos that I've seen of some other creators doing this video idea. But I'm really excited for this video. I have, I think, like 5 books to share with you, so let's get right into it. The first book I want to share is Sinner by Sarah Simone. So I read Priest and I did not love it as much as I thought I would. Priest, so this whole series basically revolves around this family, and each brother gets a different book. And the first one, Priest, is about a priest and this woman who was doing like, what was it? She was doing the confessional, and so they really had this very like attractive relationship towards each other, like we're very attracted to each other, and that's what led them to have a romance. It wasn't my favorite, and I was very skeptical of reading this one because I had first started reading it physically and for some reason wasn't getting into it. So then I decided to try the audiobook, and that's what really made me fall in love with this book. This book is about Sean and Zenny, and they meet at a gala ball for his work. And Sean is very wealthy. I don't know if he's like a millionaire. I think he might be. He's definitely not a billionaire, but I think he's in like the millionaire range. And so he meets Zenny. He's like, who is this beautiful woman? And so they kind of have this one night of just like chatting and talking and connecting as like two strangers do. And the next day he finds out that she is the sister of his like childhood best friend, and she's also becoming a nun. So they both decide, because they have so much attraction and chemistry together, to spend 1 month together before she becomes a nun to do all of the sexual things they want to do to each other. And she's also a virgin, and I just love this one. It was very forbidden feeling. He is a lot older than her, maybe like 10 years, and I just really liked this one, and I loved it. I thought Sean is definitely my favorite Belle. He's so hot, and the audiobook was amazing. So I just love this one, even though I thought I wasn't gonna like it. But audiobooks really do change the game. If you're not into a book, try the audiobook because you might like it more. The next book I want to talk about is Ricochet by Kristen Becca Ritchie. So I read Addicted to You like years ago, and I was like, after I read it, I give it 4 stars. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is amazing like so many people do with the first book, I feel like, when I've seen ratings. And so I was very skeptical and thought I definitely was not gonna like the next book in the series. But Ricochet really changed it for me because you get a whole different view into their relationship. This is a continuation series of one couple, and the first book is about Lily and Lo, and they are both addicts. Lily is addicted to sex and Lo is addicted to alcohol, and so they start up this fake relationship because both of their families want to see them thrive, and they don't know about their addictions. So they set up this fake relationship for years, but now it's kind of turning into a real relationship. And so this one really changed a lot for me. I just felt like totally different about Lily and Lo's story. Very opened up to the emotionalities of their romance, and I just ended up loving them in their story, and I really love this one. The next book I want to talk about is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. So when this book came out, everybody was blowing this book up on TikTok, and I was very apprehensive to read this because I was like, I sometimes don't love hyped books on TikTok. I feel like a lot of hyped books start off as people who don't read romance and they've never read a romance, and you get on this high of like, oh my gosh, this is such a new thing, like I've never read this before, and I just keep needing to read more and more, and so they get kind of stuck on like the spiciness of it or whatever. And I definitely did that like when I was first starting my romance journey, so no judgment at all. Like one of my favorite books when I first started reading was After. I just like loved it so much because it was brand new to me, and I loved the toxicity of it and the romance. But now if I read After, I feel like it would be a totally different story. But I ended up absolutely loving this one. This one is so sweet and swoony and cute. So this story is a fake dating relationship, and the hero and heroine are both in STEM, and she basically kisses him and she's like, I need to fake date someone. My best friend wants to date my ex and she won't believe me that I'm fine with it. And so he's like, okay. And so they start fake dating, and it's really, really cute. He is very introverted and shy, but also kind of grumpy, and she is definitely like very sunshiny, likes to bring out the like brighter side in him. And there are just so many cute moments in this book. Like she's like, well, we need to start having coffee dates every Wednesday because we need people to believe that we're in a relationship. And so he's like, okay. So they go to a Starbucks, and she orders like you know, the most sugary, brightest drink you could get, and he just orders like a black coffee, and he likes to like make fun of her and be like, why are you drinking this? That's so much sugar. And she's like, well, this is the thing that brightens my day. And so just so many cute moments, and I really, really love this one. Definitely didn't think I was gonna like it, but I was surprised, and TikTok won for this book for me. So the next book I'm going to talk about is Haunting Adeline. I almost forgot what the title was. So I feel like I was very apprehensive to read this one, again, because it was super hyped. And I just like thought I wasn't going to like it because I read Den of Vipers, which like doesn't really have any relation to this, but I read Den of Vipers and I hated that one, and I just really didn't like it. And so I thought, because other people on TikTok were recommending this one with Den of Vipers, I was like, I might not like this. But I think it was definitely the audiobook that changed everything for me. I listened to the audio of this duet and fell in love with it. The narrators are amazing. Teddy Hamilton narrates this one, and I just loved it. There's definitely lots of spicy scenes and definitely way too long, but I just really liked it, and it was a fun, good time. This is a dark romance where the heroine falls for her stalker, and there's lots of dark subjects in this one, but I just absolutely adored it. Thought it was super fun, and the audiobook was such a game changer for me. The last book will probably come as a huge like shock to people because well, I'll just show it to you, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. And the reason why I thought I was going to hate this one is because the first time that I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, I was so angry at the ending because I was like, well, she already fell in love with this one guy, and now it might turn into a love triangle, and I thought it was going to turn into a love triangle, which this is a little spoilery, but it doesn't. It doesn't turn into a love triangle. And I, at the end of this, didn't know that and was so mad after A Court of Thorns and Roses. I was like, this is so stupid. Like, she falls for this guy. And so I thought I was going to hate this book. So what ended up happening was I spoiled myself for the rest of the series and found out who she would end up with. And I reread A Court of Thorns and Roses on audio and fell in love with it again, and was like, okay, let me just read A Court of Mist and Fury, and absolutely fell in love with this book and these characters in this series. So yeah, that's why I thought I was gonna hate this one. I ended up loving it. It's one of my favorites in the series, one of my favorite books ever. So yeah. Alright, well, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about all of the books I thought I would hate but loved. I might do another video of books that I thought I would love but hated. But I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.